Hello and welcome to this first look map tour of Fenton Forest V1 by Stevie. So anyone who's been watching my channel for the last couple of months will know that I was doing a few streams on one of the test versions of this map to have a look around it. This is one of the first of the what I presume to be finished versions. So I thought we'd take a look around this one because there's been a few changes made to the version that I was streaming. There's a reason that I'm facing in this direction down the shop. Now you'll see I've got the FPS up on the screen. That's because the map has been customized for high-end PCs, and according to Stevie will run best on 1080 Ti's. Well, my PC is a 6GB 1060 graphics card and a Ryzen 7 1700 processor, so not really too high-end, but somewhere in the middle. So I thought we'd start down the shop, and we've got a few details down here now. So instead of the usual empty space down here, we now have some interesting props, if you like, down here, and they're not cardboard cutouts. You see we're still staying around the 58-60 FPS down here. It's nice details with the stickers there. So we've got the Mahindra, which we're going to use to look around in as per normal, and we'll head off now and just have a look what we've got on here. So it's about 2 months since I last came on here. You should recognise that it's loosely based on Felsborough. There's been a lot of changes made to it. We come out right from the yard here, come up to one of our sell points on the left, sell point in there now. You see big field into the right there. We will have a look at this on the map. You will need deep pockets on this map as well. It's worth pointing that on fairly early on. We may take a train around the map as well so we can see some of the other details on here. See, my PC is not struggling to run this currently. Fuel station there. A barn in the corner of the field. There's a few barns dotted about on here. Different field to this map to some of the 19 ones. We've got our sawmill over here. So very highly detailed in places. So the FPS is just up there for everyone's benefit to see how it's running. Sell point over here to the right. Going up on the outside of the map at the moment. We'll go through the middle as well. So we do have a manure sell point in the middle there, placeable areas dotted about for us to use. Over here on the left we do have one of the placeable areas in the manure sell point, which I just mentioned. So it's running quite stable, 60, 59, 60 most of the time. So manure sell point here, placeable area which you would have to buy. Comes complete with the barn. Bare soil placeable area, so entirely up to us what we do on it. Slurry there as well. So we'll go way back so we finish up in the farmyard because that's where the FPS will be at its lowest, and you'll see why when we get there for those who haven't watched my streams on this in the past. There has been a few changes in the farmyard as well to the test map. road here. So after playing 17 a little bit recently as well as 19, you can see how the graphics have come on leaps and bounds in 17, the clarity of everything. Another cell point up here. Trying to find my way to the BGA without having to open the map up. There's been a few changes in that area as well. Come down to the docks and more cell points in front of us there, which we won't go into. Nothing too different to see in there. BGA we want to go into, which is just here on the left. Find a way in here to where the actual fill point is for it. We've got some big clamps in here. And this is now the fill point for the BGA, so it's very big capacity, sunk into the ground, nice and easy to fill up straight off trailers, so you don't need a loader down here now unless you really want to. And we could run a loader straight out of the pits or run elevators straight out of the pits into the fill point now. It's certainly a big improvement over the standard in-game ones. And we've got the digestate point there as well. We also have a dairy near the BGA sell our milk at. See, there's some big graphical changes on here, layout changes. Various buy points all over the map for digestate, manure, herbicides. Don't have to stick to the shop for that. Yet another sell point there. Which I will just bring up so we can have a look at that one and see where we are at the moment. So we're actually at the dairy at the moment here. This is where we sell our milk. You can see we've sort of come around past Fenton Mill, the heating plant, the grain mill, manure sales, up to where the railroad silo east is, then up towards the sawmill, wood chip sales up that way. Before coming in at the BGA. So what I said was actually the sawmill was the heating plant. The sawmill's up near the BGA there. So we'll get out of that and we'll head down towards where our farm is. There's nothing much different in the actual town itself to the Fellsborough map. You see Grain Elevator East, Port South East are exactly the same place on there. Auto opening barriers, which is a nice touch on here. You see they're a lot further inland from the sea here, or river, whatever it's meant to be. Grass field on our right there. Railroad depot on the left with the storage in it. And the first of the two fields we own on the right here. So you've got another wood point there, which is another new addition. So load the trains up from there with the wood, the crane and everything. So that's our first owned field on the right there. See a couple of bits of our machinery in the distance on there. Mostly spaced out woodland on there. Try not to miss the turn to the farmyard. So we've got this field on the right, and we've got one field the other side of the farm that we own. So we'll show them on the map. The track down to the farm is here. Fenton Forest Farm. Nice wooded track down to it. So no changes there. Got lights all the way down there. This is where the changes start. So we've got the pigs on the right, still complete with the starter pigs, but we've now got a new building on the left for storage, which wasn't in the test maps. You see the FPS is now starting to drop down due to the sheer quantity of stuff we've got here. So we'll get out and walk around here. So it's still fairly high. It's got herbicide point there. And manure slurry digestate point there. Now these are buy points as well. Can be purchased there. See, we've now got a Manitou with a map where we had a skid steer initially. Got our sheep yard in here, complete with the sheep, manure and slurry over here. Still got two silage clamps over here. Chickens roaming about still. Our cow yard over here. Modified versions of the in-game buildings, but they've been well modified. Vastly improved in texture and detail. So you get right up to that, you can see the proper wood textures on them. We've got horses over here as well. We've got 4 of them in there. I would have done the map tour on a horse, but they're very hard to control the steering wheel. I've not yet seen a horse fitted with a steering wheel in real life. Might be a bit painful for the poor old horse. So water point here for filling up our water trailer. Exercise yard for the horses as well, for us to play with them in. Have a ride around in there and jump over things. A few bales lying about here and there. Originally they were prop bales, I'm not sure if they're now real ones or not. Could well be real ones, but we wouldn't know unless we tried that. Something we can look at because we do have 2 loader vehicles on the yard here. So I'll keep the display down so we can see the FPS all the time. So we have bales in here, which again we'll come and have a look at with a loader. This is our second field that we own, so these 2 fields haven't changed since the initial test map. The machinery has slightly changed, however. So we still have a V-rake in there. We have Crone trailer still, or forage wagon. Coon baler, Artisan auto stacker, the Coon tedder. Still have the Big M. We have an 8400R and a 6250R fitted with a loader, the bale spikes, which we'll just borrow for a second. So just to test this out, because I know on the initial test map these bales were not real ones stacked in here, so I tried and knocked them everywhere. This time they are real bales there. That would be me forgetting that this is now 19 and I don't have drive control. So my gear stick is not functioning because I haven't got the enhanced vehicle mod installed on this one. They're bales as well. Or real bales as well, should I say. If you start with a good load of grass and straw bales there. If that means some of these other ones dotted around the farmyard are as well. But we'll find out. Only one way to know. So no, the ones against the buildings are still decorative only. So the ones in the main shed over there are for our use. These ones are solely decorative. So we've got a straw barn here, diesel point there. We'll go into that shed on the left in a moment. Small bales tucked in here. So again, let's have a quick look, see if we got actual bales or decorative bales. So decorative bales again in here. Not a biggie. At least we've got some bales now we can use from start on here. So we'll leave this one in here. You can already see the sheer volume machinery dotted about in this yard. This is where there's some changes from the initial test map. We've now got the Fenton crawler. We have the 943 MT in here. 1050, 939, Amazon Condor, Strautman trailer, Capello cornstroke sunflower header, and making our way over here we have the Fast Track 4220 on narrow tyres, Agri-Sem Culti plough, one of the Horsch Joker 12 metre cultivators, Bridle lime spreader fully loaded. I'm not sure, I guess that's fully loaded with fertiliser looking at that, not lime. Come over here, we've got one little trailer over here. Kuhn Metris sprayer, which again I would imagine is, yep, that's fully loaded looking at the sight gauge. The Joskin Modulo 2 slurry tanker, again fully loaded. Holaris silage packer and Samson Flex 23 manure spreader, which again is fully loaded. So we've got full loads of manure, slurry, fertiliser. I'm guessing the sprayer could actually be herbicide without actually hooking the tractor on. I wouldn't know for certain. Now the storage points in the yard, these silos, will take just about everything. So we have storage in the yard for straw, milk, various other things. You may notice that there isn't a combine at the moment. Well, if you were paying attention a little while ago, there is one that's in the field sort of in front of you, and just see it through the trees there. So thankfully now there's only one combine in here, because I know when I streamed the test map we were getting a few puzzled inquiries and statements about why is the New Holland TX on a map this size. Well, that's now gone, so we've just got the one combine. Just head on to this field and you'll see the last of our machinery in there. So you've got the New Holland CR in here, and a lorry now, and the cramp triaxle bulker, which is a bit of an improvement. So let's have a look at the map now. So you see the basic layout is Felsburn with the town and everything, but that's about where the similarities end. So you got various shaped fields now. Got some rectangular ones around the outside, a couple in the middle here. We've got some nice oddball shaped fields as well. So we own fields 1 and 3. We also own the BGA when we first come on, which is a good addition. The yard is fixed in all 3 game start modes. You cannot place the yard anywhere else. You cannot remove the yard. You can sell it, but it will still be there. Well, it says you can sell it, but we can guess what's going to happen if you do try and sell that. Field wise, field 8 there is grass. You're looking at 449,000. Field 13 being one of the biggest, 998. Now there is forestry on here, and one thing that Stevie does say is you will need some deep pockets to own the forestry, because it's just over £3 million for the forest areas. So the town is not buyable, neither of those ones. If you want the manure sell point one, 751,000. So he's made it so we can't actually buy towns. If you want these placeable yards here and here, and this one down there, you're going to need a lot of money. So if you're going to play legitimately, it will take you a long while to earn the money to buy that. Animals we come on with 9 black pigs, 9 white sheep and 1 black one, so you could say it's a black sheep of the family. 2 brown chickens, 2 black chickens, 1 rooster, 2 white chickens, 10 black and white cows, Twilight, Charlie, Sunny and Rogue in horses. So a little bit of everything there animal wise. So coming out of that one, we'll look in the garage and just see if I've missed anything. So 6250, 4220, 943, 8400, 1050, 939, the Roadrunner, Sion 1090, Big M, Manitou, Mr. Pickup Truck. We have the Mahindra, which I bought, that's not standard on the map. Cramp Bulker, Strautman Trailer, Agroliner, Headers, Joker, Culty Plough, Drill, Sprayer, Spreader, another Spreader, Slurry Tanker, the Tedder and the Rake, Forage Wagon, Baler, Bale Trailer, Water Tanker, few attachments for loaders, few weights, and a pressure washer. So you're not short of starting equipment. But in Stevie's words, don't be fooled and you have a lot of money even selling off the starting equipment, as the map will eat what you have. They are his words off his Facebook page. And I'd have to agree with that, with the price of the fields on here. So this is a nice map if you want something different to play with, the bigger fields and uneven shaped fields. The map boundary is well hidden, so you try to walk too far in here, you will find it. There we are. That's the map boundary. So, nice little map. I will put a link to Stevie's Facebook page in the description probably this time. So that's where we'll leave this first look. I hope you've enjoyed and found it of interest. If you have, please remember to drop me a like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.